Well, hello and welcome to the grand finale of the Shakedown SimRacing ACC GT3 GT4 series. We're at Brands Hatch. My name is Matt Nipris, bringing you all the action live. Joining me in the commentary box at the very moment, it is Tyler Craig, and hopefully joining us a little bit later will be Naptic. Tyler, can you hear me, mate? Can you hear? Oh, no, why? Because I got pushed to talk on. Alright, let's try that again. Tyler Craig, can you hear me? Crickets perhaps? I don't know. Hang on. Hang on.
Sorry, yeah.
There we go. We got him. We got him. It's okay, folks. It's okay. Crisis averted. Tyler, how are you, mate?
I'm good, yeah.
I have not got what on earth is going on here. Why can I not bring up the... Oh, this is interesting. I can't bring up the HUD. Okay. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Now it's back. There we go. So, got our hardware. Just started free practice too. We're at Brands Hatch. One of... a cursed track, really, isn't it?
I actually really like it. I have just a track I really like. Can't really say too much about it.
I mean, it's not a terrible track. I love it too, but it is a little bit of a cursed track. We've got it's a very old school British circuit, isn't it? Very tight, lots of hills. Not exactly the smoothest surface out there. Very tough to make a passing move, but also a very fast track as well.
Yeah, I do prefer these types of tracks where it's just feels old school, flows one corner into the next, and extremely bumpy, and also a pain in the ass to get correct.
We're just gonna brush Winton aside, I suppose. Anyway.
Yep.
Well, anyway.
Speak of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you sort of left yourself open for that one. Anyway, we've got the final round tonight. It is looking like a pretty tight championship, I hope. Let me just have a quick look at some points. So here we go. So we got the points for GT3 up at the moment. Dylan Lester in the... What number is he again? I can't remember, it's not important. He's in the Audi, 846 Audi I should say. He leads the way on 444 points, if I'm not mistaken, yes. And he's got Cam Norris just behind him on 418, so mathematically still a chance for Dill Lester to lose this championship. Then we have Nicholas Macbeth on 395, who mathematically can also win. And then basically down to James Honner and Matt Glow in the greatest GT3 car in the world, rounding out the top 5, which is great to see. Then we'll bring up GT4. It's RJ Robertson, pretty much an unassailable lead. He's 97 points ahead of Rob Noble in the 54 Porsche. John Slow can still... No, he can't. It's basically pretty well set in stone, these positions in GT4. So that's a bit of a shame, but hopefully that leads us on into another season of GT4 action. Speaking of GT4 leaders, we're currently watching RJ Robertson in the number 3 BMW. This guy's just been unstoppable in the GT4s, hasn't he?
Yeah, just quick. Not much you can really say else.
Quick and consistent. He just seems to gel with the GT4s so easily. Like maybe some of the other guys just took a little bit too long to get used to the GT4 cars. They're not exactly the easiest cars in the world to drive, are they?
Yeah. Speaking of GT4s, if you look at Rob Noble's team name, I reckon you'd be in for a great surprise.
I like the sound of this. Where is he? There he is. Hey, there we go. I like that indeed, although he did spell my first name incorrectly. There's one too many T's there, but that's okay. Thank you, Rob. Matt Nipris Fan Club. I like that. That's exactly what my ego needed, honestly. I guess that,
I've noticed that the boat's back as well with Fraser.
I did notice that the boat is back. Where is he? Is he in pit lane? He's probably in pit lane.
And we've also got a new face tonight with I'm just going to guess that's Polish.
I know the name that you're talking about. 319. Where is he? That is Buczynski. Buczynski.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Just trying to find
yeah,
him.
that's fair enough.
319. Where are you? Where are you, 319? Put your hand up or something. Probably in pit lane, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Scott Jordison is back in the McLaren. There he is. Richard Buczynski in the Buzz Racing Aston is Mr. Driver in the server, because he's got to have a cracking team name as well, surely.
I haven't seen him yet.
Scott Jordison let the team down with no team name. Shame on you. Wonder of the Seas, Danny Fraser. Yeah, that's pretty well the standard team name he's had all season long.
The only other person I saw with a different team name is, where's the Lamborghini? Muriel.
Yeah, Red Router Racing. I have seen that one. Red Router. Yep. Clever little play on word. For those of you outside of Australia, we have this little franchise called Red Rooster, and they serve some of the best chicken outside of Kingsley's. And for those of you who are outside of Canberra, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but Kingsley's has got the best chicken out of any takeaway shop.
I've never had Red Rooster, honestly.
Haven't you? You should.
Well, there's only, what, 2 in Adelaide, and they're like 20 k's away from me, so...
Go on your bike and run. Or ride there.
Run on a bike.
Why not?
Alright.
Why not? Honestly.
Alright.
Kids these days. Friggin' millennials.
I'm not millennial.
Let's see, trying to find someone else we can sort of focus on. Paul Huddy, 6th fastest at the moment in practice. Of course, practice session, not exactly the most important session. Oh, okay. Huddy goes to go play some with some sandcastles. Well, that's okay. Gets it going again. Macbeth doing my best racing. Can we look at Adrian Rice in the 71 BMW, just coming through turn number 3. Actually, what I want to do is I want to try and find someone who can take us for a quick ride around this circuit. Paul Russell's going to do. So we're going to get on board with him right now. Hopefully he keeps going with this lap. He doesn't just bail out of it. Anyway, let's start this lap. So we're going to see a lot of different lines down this main straight curve thing. Into turn number 1, we're going to see a lot of action here at the start of the race. The track falls away, very easy to pick up understeer and run off the track. And then into Druids, easy to outbrake yourself there actually, as Paul actually demonstrates perfectly. Back down the hill to turn number 3. I don't know all the track names. I trust that you've got a track map up there and you're going to correct me at every single track name I get wrong.
You'd be correct.
Yep, good man. I love this corner here, turn 4. I love that corner. It's a good passing opportunity if you just send a bit of a dive bomb and yeah, I don't know. It's just a fun corner. Speaking of fun corners, turn number 5, back down a gear, all over that inside curve if you're brave, and then again back down another gear as we head around the back of the circuit. Would you call this the forest section?
Yeah, you could call it that, yeah.
And then turn, what's that, turn 7? That apex is actually quite blind when you're sitting in the car, so you're sort of guessing where the apex is.
Yeah, it is a very difficult one, but when you get it right, it feels really good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And the last corner, and in fact, Paul's going to bail out of this one. He's aware that we are watching him, and he doesn't want to give away any secrets. Fair enough, fair play.
He's already given away the secrets, I think.
Yeah, a bit late there, Paul. Anyway, James Honda, good to see him in a proper livery tonight, the Rover Racing BMW. Used to seeing the Stealth BMW, it's a bit weird now. James has had a pretty decent season, has to be said. He's been up there.
Yeah, he's been there or thereabouts. Not overly consistent like some of the front runners, but he's always been around the top half, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because I think the previous season he was running the McLaren, and now he's swapped to the BMW. And of course, the BMW being front engine, McLaren being mid engine. I wonder if that has sort of messed with him a little bit too much.
It could have, though. Obviously, front engine more understeer, so that could have, harmed him a fair bit. Still trying to get used to it, which it is a bit hard to get used to a front engine from a mid, because a mid-engine car seems to rotate a lot better. But yeah, just one of those things you've got to get used to.
Well, see what he does next season. Anyway, Apathetic Castle, good evening. Good evening to you too. Welcome to the chat, and welcome to Brands Hatch as well. Maybe give us a bit of a shout out, everyone in chat. Where are you joining us from around the world? It's always interesting to see how far these streams get to.
I noticed on your guide lap that you forgot Paddock Hill Bend somehow.
Which one's Paddock Hill Bend?
Turn 1.
Turn 1, yeah, we've talked about that. Fantastic corner, but it's blind, track falls away, and that's how you end up in the gravel trap.
Yeah, but you didn't name it, which kind of made me depressed.
Oh, well, I don't know all the track corner names, you know. I just,
that's why
I don't even bother with. I mean, the only track that I know majority of the corner names is Bathurst.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's just like,
that
yep, that's a corner. I call it a corner. There you go.
Fair enough.
Ooh, let's Danny Fraser focusing on the boat at the moment and practicing his pit entry. Good to see someone practicing their pit entry. That pit entry, actually, if I can just quickly fly our camera to it, this is a painful pit entry. I have seen so many people bouncing off walls here and just having a miserable time altogether.
Yeah, it's not a great pit entry, but it is necessary because of how fast they come into it, so...
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
It's just one of those things.
So hopefully a lot of these drivers have gone in and done their pit entry practice. And
same with the pit exit as well. That has a bit of a chicane, doesn't it?
No, not really. You're sort of doing 60 k's per hour anyway, or 50, sorry. So that's not really a huge issue. But certainly the exit is can be a bit awkward. I've seen many an accident here as drivers entering the track try to merge in with already up to speed traffic on track. And you'd come out right on the race line, so we're going to see some carnage here, I reckon.
Just a little bit.
I mean, we're going to see carnage at turn 1 at any stage of the race, just because of how difficult it is. It's an awesome corner, but it is very difficult to get right.
Just looking at where the underpass is for all the spectators are, could you potentially make the pit exit do like a Yasmarine and go underneath and then around the outside of going into Druids? Possibly.
That'd be one hell of a long pit lane.
And it'd be a bit safer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It would be, but it'd be... I mean, theoretically, you could. I mean, why don't you just get the pit exit to come out here on the inside of the exit of Paddock Bend?
Yeah, but that's just not as cool as going under the track.
That would be so much easier, actually.
Yeah, it probably would.
That makes so much more sense. Like, why do you come straight out onto the race line? Should just exit
probably because it would cost
about here.
money.
Oh, well, the British have got money. They sink money into their racetracks. They're not Australia.
I wonder if Brands Hatch will soon fall to the fate as Oran Park did, because there are houses right next to the track. Will it expand? That's my question.
Which track was that, sorry?
Oran Park?
Yeah, rest in peace, Oran Park. God, what a shame. What a damn shame.
Yeah, I hope this doesn't happen to Brands Hatch in the future.
Well, I think the Europeans are a little bit more common sense than what we are here in Australia. Here in Australia, when there is an already existing track that's been there for, you know, more than 60 years, and they just build houses next to it, you know, probably a month ago, then they say, oh, well, there's too much noise, you have to close down the track, instead of, why the hell did you build a house next to a racetrack? In Europe, it's the other way around. They say, why'd you build a house next to a racetrack, you idiot?
I'd love to live next to a racetrack, that'd be so cool.
Would be. Cyclona's camera mode is glitching. Really? Is it really?
Not really noticing.
Oh, Ajax. You're an absolute legend. Thank you, mate. That's 50 biddies from Ajax there. I really do appreciate that. That's thank you so much. Better now? Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Hang on a second. Let me try something. Overclock the CPU a little bit, perhaps. Maybe.
Yeah, that smoothed it out.
Oh, there you go. Love to see it. Love to see it. Anyway, 3 minutes 30 to go. Oh, sorry, 3 minutes 40. Cam Norris on top of the 24.2. That is that's pretty well moving around here. Let's see if we can't find a Cam Norris. He's actually in pit lane. There he is. SimGrid, Shakedown, SimRacing, McLaren. I have to say that looks spectacular in that sort of chrome red, doesn't it?
It's an interesting colour.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Damn. Mouse speed, camera speed, a little bit too fast there. So, honestly, you could just make any car red and black, and it just looks good.
Most cars, yeah.
Every car.
PLP50.
The what? The LP. The what? PLP50.
PLP50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chad, what do you think? PL50, PLP50 in red and black. That'd look awesome, wouldn't it? That.
Maybe. It depends.
But you know, I'm a little bit disappointed by this. They've got this massive, you know, perspex shielding here, and then they've got a tiny little LED spotlight there, and it looks like it's come straight out of like a Cool Drive catalog, or Bull Bars catalog. I don't know. It's a little bit disappointing there, McLaren. Get it together.
Just get massive spotlights, like, yeah, just get massive spotlights that blind the person in front.
You mean like those?
No, a lot bigger.
I don't think they can have anything bigger than that, can they? I mean, the
Probably not, but like, just think about it.
Well, I do like how the Audis have integrated the little LED bars into the front of the car. That looks so much tidier. We're looking at LED lights. This is peak streaming for you. I'll rate this LED bar a solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah, the Lambo has a pretty good one.
Yeah, yes indeed. Just the lights in general on the Lamborghini look nice.
Yeah.
We'll skip the GT4s. They don't really look that great. I would look at the headlights on the BMW, but then I have to look at the front of the BMW. What can you blame me? Come on. That is interesting there with the Aston Martin. You've got an LED bar pointing straight ahead, and then you've got another little block of LEDs, but they're pointing out to the side there. That's interesting.
Probably to fill up more of the track, gain
yeah.
more dominance.
I would, yeah, assert your dominance. Let's have a little fly. Oh, hello, we have a Bentley. What does the Bentley have? Not much. Anything in there? No, nothing. It's a bit of a shame. Thought the Bentley would have had something big in there. One of the original thick boys. Let's have a look at Pete Chalmers in the Lexi. One of the Lexi. How many Lexus have we got tonight? Oh, it's just the one tonight. No, I thought I saw another one actually. Who are we picking for tonight's racer?
I mean,
got a favourite yet?
We'll see after qualifying, then maybe.
Just try overclocking the CPU a little bit further. Don't know if that'll help. Might even just turn down the graphics. That might work a little bit better too. Let's see. And we got shadows. That's fine. Few distance. Yeah, that's fine. Foliage. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay, never mind.
Green light.
Alright, yeah, try that again. Foliage, we don't need that. Get out of here. Shadows, we'll go low with that. We don't really need that. Oh, we got floating cars again.
Green light. Go, go, go.
That's not too bad. That's pretty good. Hopefully that's a little bit better.
Cam Norris, as ever, is first out of pit lane for quali.
Yeah, and he's got championship rival Dill Lester right behind him. Yeah, I think Cyclones, I think it's just maybe my PC just not 100% suited to streaming ACC. It's got an i9 processor in it. You'd think that'd be pretty good, but I guess just streaming.
Yeah, mine has an i9 and at the moment I'm running 20 frames.
Yeah, well, anyway. We'll have to deal with it as best we can. Do apologise if the picture is not great, but it's the best we can do at the moment. Anyway, Cam Norris will head around the final corner and start the lap. $19.20 to $10.80. We can try that. It's going to be a bit weird, but okay. Alright, and we're back. While that is blurry as all hell. That is really blurry. Well. Has that made it better?
It's made it smaller on the stream.
Ah, right, okay, yeah, yeah. Hang on a second. Bit to screen. There we go, look at that. Fixed, I hope. Oh, Cam Norris just a little bit in deep. You'd heard him stab at the throttle a few times. We need to focus on this session, actually. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
Wide into Sheen curve now. Does he get it right? Yes, he does.
Sheen curve, as in Barry Sheen.
Yes.
Nice. So, Norris will head up towards the end of this lap. We'll see what lap time he sets for the rest of the field to chase. And he goes at 25.1. Now we know he can do better than that. Leicester goes faster immediately, 24.9. We'll see who else can go faster, 71. That is Adrian Rice. He goes to the top by 0.018 of a second. So Adrian Rice, well, he was setting the pace, but it is now Paul Russell in the 678 Aston. As we wait for the rest of the field to streak on by, we're going to get the first of our GT4s to head on through as well. And that'll be Sonicus, and he goes top. Let's have a look at their times. Are 1:33.5. So I think they can do better than that.
We got a spinner near turn 6. That is a Porsche.
That is Nick Evans. Oh, hello. We have two Sonicuses. What's going on here?
Wait, huh?
Yes, we've got two Sonicuses out there. That would be
Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre, yep. As Matt Guintini. In fact, the Guintini brothers are on top, so they've broken the Sonicus's stranglehold there. Now, it's not unusual to see the Sonicus brothers racing together. We're going to have to find Jean-Pierre. There he is, Jean-Pierre Sonicus. Come on, Cayman. Yeah, good to see the Sonicus brothers out here tonight having a bit of a run. So obviously John has convinced Jean-Pierre to dive in and have a go. These two actually race together in the Octane Online Racing Endurance Series as well.
We've had a Porsche moment. Here we go.
Yeah, Nick Evans, I can see the 710 has had a bin moment. Oh! Who was saying something about bins? That would be Edward, I think. That was a huge hit. And another huge hit. Oh, no, Nick, just reset. Head back to pits, mate. Just head back to the pits, mate. Your car's stuffed. Yeah, good man. Yeah, that is not an ideal place to spin. And it's hard to rejoin as well without someone guiding you back onto the circuit. So, learning experience there for Nick. Let's have a look at our times. So Cam Norris on top of the 24.27. That's pretty well what we were seeing in practice. So we'll head back to John Sonicus in putting the V in Kovac's Porsche. And he's currently sitting, what's that, 4th in GT4? Aaron Guintini, Giantini, I think it is actually. He is currently on top with the 333 Aston. And the Guintini brothers split by RJ Robertson as well. In fact, Aaron's going to bail out of that one. Let's try and find our fastest man on track at the moment. Where is he? Oh, right there. There is Cam Norris, 666, flying at the moment. Only 0.03 between himself and Russell. Dill Leicester, his main championship rival, sitting in 3rd. Now, they get 50 points for coming first. And I believe it will scale down to, oh, I don't know. I have no idea where it scales down to. Let me just have a look at the point system. So yeah, there's 50 points per race. Then it goes down to 42. 36. No, 36? Yeah, 36. 31. And then all the way down to 20th place, which only gets 1 point. So, realistically, for Cam Norris to take out this championship, being, what is 444. Trying to do quick maths in my head as well as call the session. 444, 418. Help. 26.
About 30.
26 points. Someone check about that maths in chat, sorry.
Oh, he's just had a...
He's had a McLaren moment, and he's had... Oh, that's a bit of docking going on there, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Here we go. So RJ Robertson is now top of GT4.
Surprise.
And we've got the two Guntini brothers around the forest section of the circuit. They're nose to tail here, so there could be a bit of teamwork going on.
Yeah, they've been sticking together for every practice session and quali that I've seen so far with these guys.
They're about to start their first qualifying lap. In fact, let's ride on board with Aaron. The GT4's obviously not as fast, less power and less downforce. Yeah, it's already a pretty sketchy lap in a GT3. I can only imagine what it's like in GT4.
Want me to go through all the corner names actually?
I would love that.
Just so, okay, so they're coming through Hawthorne's Bend right now, turn 5 into Derek Minster Straight, into the Westfield Bend, just turn 6, and then through the Kings of Dingledale into Sheen Curve.
Sounding a bit like a rally navigator there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Into Sterling's Bend, 60. Got 250 k's an hour into Clark Curve, which is the final corner. And then you have Paddock Hills Bend, Druids Hairpin, then Graham Hill Bend, then Surtees before you go onto the straight to go down to Hawthorne's Bend again.
It's good to see brothers working together. So,
Do you and your brother work together actually?
sometimes.
And that's what, 20% of all the time, I'm guessing?
No, we haven't
less.
always worked together real well. We used to race cards against each other. That was
Yeah, I've
an
heard
experience.
stories. I've heard stories of yous coming together somewhat.
Oh yeah, we had plenty of coming togethers out on track. But in my defence, that's because Chris does not like to let go of positions.
So you were behind at that point.
Some races. Every time it rained, though, I would beat him.
So you're a rain master.
A little bit. A little bit.
Fair enough.
I didn't always like the rain, but I guess back when I started go-karting back in the 1997 is when I started. We weren't allowed to use wet weather tyres. We had to race on slick tyres.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was, you got good at racing in the rain, especially if you live in Canberra.
You'd hope so.
Well, you might win many races. But you can win hearts when you name your team after my fan club.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, that's just begging for team name of the stream, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I reckon for team name of the season, it's got to go to the Stolen Merc.
Oh
I
yeah,
reckon.
100%.
Has to be.
Have we got a Dustin driver in the server at the moment?
Unfortunately, he's not here. Looks like he's
Not
missing
here.
this one.
No. I wanted to say a good team name, Dustin, to send off
Maybe
the
he got
AMG.
stolen with his Merc.
Oh, what a mystery.
That is a possibility.
Tell you what's a possibility, a very close race tonight. Have a look at the top 5, really. Biggioli. Wow, Matt Biggioli. He is flying in the Bentley. Second highest silver driver, or Pro-Am driver, I should say, in in the session. He's only 2/10 off of Dylan Lester's time. That is a great performance for Biggioli. He's currently sitting in pit lane at the moment. Let's try and find the man. There he is, Matthew Biggioli in the 108 Bentley, 5th in the session. That is a great effort from him.
Yeah, he has had pretty good races the last few rounds. He's always been up the top, especially rounds, words, things, stuff. He's been doing
Outstanding.
good. Yep.
And another one who is really shining tonight is Richard Buczynski. Apologies if I've butchered your name, Richard. Certainly the best I can do.
I'm gonna Google Translate that quickly.
It's not gonna. What's Google Translate gonna teach you?
I can get it to talk to me.
I'm just going to guess that that's how it's pronounced. Buczynski.
Buczynski.
Buczynski. Buczynski.
Buczynski or something. Yeah, Buczynski.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. No, he's probably putting a few of the quicker guys in this series on notice as Paul Russell goes top with a 24-1. I think it's going to take a 23 to get top time in qualifying, I reckon, or pole position, I should say. But Richard and Rice also tied on times as well. That is so the top 7 really within half a second. We're in for some good racing tonight. Strap yourselves in, lads. Lads and ladies, I suppose I should say.
Lads and lasses.
Lads and lasses. That's good. Buczynski. Buczynski. Oh, I don't know.
That guy.
Richard. He comes up to the final corner. Oh no, it's looking like a strong time. Unfortunately, we don't have any sectors. That's something that Kunos needs to implement for broadcasters. And he does not improve, unfortunately. So he actually drops down to 7th because Matterford actually gets into the top 5. So top 8 now within half a second of each other. Pete Chalmers out there with a fairly banged up Lexus though.
Russell's got pole actually.
Yeah, Paul Russell on pole position. See if Pete Chalmers can upset the apple cart here. Make it the top 9. No, he's going to bail out of it and head into pit lane. And just keeps it off the fence there.
As I just drift around it.
Oh, yeah.
Reverse entry.
Here we go. This is very interesting. Hang on. What? How does this work? So, Paul Russell on pole position, Dill Lester on 2nd. Cam Norris, he set all the purple sectors, but he is off 3rd. How does that... Did I miss something?
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. Anyway, Cam Norris off the 3rd, James Honor 4th, Matterford sliding into the top 5 in the dying stage of that qualifying session, so well done to Matterford. Matthew Biggioli, great performance for him, up into 6th, the Bentley liking the Brands Hatch for sure. Buczynski making his debut out of 7th, Adrian Rice in 8th, Macbeth in 9th, and Aaron Muriel, I think I got his first name right, Aaron Muriel in the Lamborghini. After swapping from GT4 to GT3, he rounds out the top 10. He should be pretty happy with that. Pete Chalmers in 11th, Jordison in 12th, making his 2nd appearance for Shakedown. Chris Bradley on the stalwarts, 13th, Paul Huddy in 14th. Then we have Nick Evans managing to scrape into 15th. And then we have Justin Marshall rounding out the GT3 field.
20 seconds.
GT4, we have RJ Robertson, your championship leader, ahead of John Sonicus, and out of third will be Jean-Pierre Sonicus.
10 seconds.
Next to the Sonicus brother, the second of the Sonicuses, we have the first of the Guintini brothers, and then Matt Guintini out of fifth. Rob Noble will start next to Matthew Guintini, and then Peter Clark will round out GT4. So, interesting race ahead. Let's head on to our pole sitter, Paul Russell. Still waiting on a Naptic to make his appearance. He might not be turning up tonight, I don't know.
Do you think turn 1 will be anywhere near clean?
No. Like, that's it, no. No, it's not going to be clean at all.
Someone's...
Oh, hello. Carl Johnson has joined in. Now, I thought I saw another Lexi in the field, and it's Carl Johnson. He's dived in, he's missed qualifying, so he's going to have to start rear of field for race number 1. So we'll definitely keep an eye on Carl Johnson. He's certainly one of the fastest drivers in this field. You know, I've seen something out of place at the back of the field.
I think someone's already disconnected. I saw someone off of the paddock hill.
Well, we're gonna have to make mention of this throughout the stream. Well, actually have bets on this throughout the stream. Who's going to win the battle of the brothers? Is it going to be the Sonicus or the Gintinis?
Oh, I'm gonna stick with Sonicus.
Yeah, and then which Sonicus is going to win?
I'm not sure. The one that starts with J.
They both start with J.
Exactly.
Oh god. No one likes a smart ass.
Thank you.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Gintini brothers will take it out. But I reckon it will be Aaron who finishes on top of the Gintini battle. We have a car in pit lane as well, 319. Who is that? That is Richard. Oh no, Richard Buczynski. He's starting for pit lane.
Yeah, he come off at paddock hill. I think he disconnected or something.
Anyway, we're getting set for a start. There is a massive gap between row 3 and row 4 as we get set for a start. Paul Russell will creep them up towards the line. I'm going to go free cam, and that way we can see all the action as we head into turn number 1. We'll wait for that announcement to...
Green light, go, go, go.
There it is. We are away and racing. Looks like a fairly tidy start. Almost going 3 wide into turn 1. That never bodes well. But everyone seems to just fall into line. In fact, it's still 2x2 formation. We're actually going to get through turn 1 nice and cleanly. There you go. Paul Russell...
Oh, we got a Porsche off. Oh no.
Well, I was about to say it was Paul Russell who got the whole shot, but around the outside at turn 2 it is Dylan Lester. So Dylan Lester, the leader of the race, trying to already make a breakaway from the rest of the field. So Dylan Lester, that Audi seemed to like cold tyres a lot. He's managed to get the drop on Paul Russell heading into Druids. And now Paul Russell just falling into the clutches of Cam Norris.
So that was the Porsche of Nick Evans that went around into Druids and collected a BMW of Marshall, unfortunately.
Oh dear. Speaking of BMWs, we've got a bit of a BMW battle here. Nicholas Macbeth and Adrian Rice are there nose to tail at the moment as they head through that corner. Oh, we got a little move coming up here. Aaron Muriel, although he's been passed by Biggie Oli. So Biggie Oli's had a bit of a shocking start. I think he started on the outside and he may have gotten freight trained at the start of the race.
He's still up there, so...
Chalmers trying to use the straight line pace of the Lexus to get up beside Aaron Muriel. Just not enough of a straight there for Chalmers to take advantage of. We've got a little move here. Chris Bradley is being passed by Paul Huddy. And Huddy trying to stick it around the outside of Bradley. They're still side by side. And they're still side by side. Still side by side. Oh, little bump and grind there. And they're still side by side, but I think now Chris Bradley has taken back that position. Meanwhile, in GT4, it is John Sonicus who has gotten the jump on the rest of the field. He leads Aaron Gantini. And we've got a little bit of a gap.
Oh, we got Russell off. We got Russell off at just coming into Dingledale. He's just lost 2 positions to Norris and Honor. He is still in it, at least.
Okay, you had me panicking there. But,
it was pretty close to a full spin, I reckon.
Don't panic, son. She'll be okay.
hey, we have a Naptic. I was worried he weren't going to turn up.
No, I couldn't miss the last one.
Uh-huh. That's right. Oh, we got a bit of a race.
Is that so good?
So far,
Had a bit of a look.
Yeah. Yeah. Our 2 championship leaders in GT3 are nice to tell, which is good to see.
Excellent.
Norris gets the big McLaren rotated around Druids. Tries to chase down Dylan Lester. Tell you what, Lester was very brave at the start of that race, going right around the outside at Druids to get the whole shot.
Yeah, it's good run there. It's a good line. Set you up for that following corner there down into Garnham's Hill or whatever you call it. It's not bad. But if you can't take the big swoop at that, get on to Cooper Straight, then yeah, it should slow down quite a bit.
So we saw in the earlier parts of this race that Lester was pulling away. So maybe the Audi setup to work really well on the cold tyres, but we're just seeing Norris just starting to hunt him down as the tyres are coming up to temperature.
They've been nose to tail pretty much all race so far. I know it's only 2 laps, but you'd expect a bit of a gap to be formed by now, but he's kept on him.
Fast lap of the race now for Cam Norris. 24.290. Oh, he gets it wrong in paddock. He just managed, he held on to that by the skin of his teeth. That's going to give Honor a bit of a chance to close in on the back of him in the Rover Racing BMW. Now, this is interesting here because we've got a big gaggle of GT3 cars in the middle of the GT4 cars. They're trying to pick their way through. Leader in GT4 is still John Sonicus. His brother Jean-Pierre has fallen down to 3rd. Can't really get any closer because he's got 3 GT3s and 1 GT4 in between himself and his brother.
I think Lester got a really bad run out of Sheen Curve. Norris is all over the back of him coming into Clark.
Yes, indeed.
Quite get the run he was hoping for. It's brought in Honor and Russell back into it as well.
And Nicholas Macbeth now fast lap of the race. So Macbeth not out of it either. And he's
a bit further back, but
he's dragging
Matterford very deep.
Well, Macbeth is dragging Matterford and Rice along with him too, so we could have a massive battle pack for the lead of this race. Is that Lester's?
You'd say his defensive driving is letting them group up, which is kind of a good play because that now means Norris has to watch behind him as well.
Well, I've seen the strategy win state championships.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. Dill Lester's car is just not liking the
this race pace at the moment. It was really quick at the start, but
Oh, is he gonna
Oh, I thought he was gonna send it for a second.
Oh, that's not
and
too
off
big a
the
chop.
track he goes, and that's going to drop him down to 4th because Paul Russell will just swoop around the outside. And now we have a new race leader in Cam Norris, but he'd better not relax because Honor right on his case.
I reckon they're going to be like a row of cyclists all taking turns at the front.
Maybe. Could be Moto 3.
Peloton.
Well, yeah, we have got...
Does this put Norris in the leader championship at the moment then?
Yeah, pretty much. I think... I didn't actually see what it was, but I don't think he could have caught because Leicester lost that round. He got that DQ.
Oh. Which round did he get a DQ in?
Remember when he got the jump start, say 2 rounds ago?
Oh,
Nothing
yes,
sick.
that's right, yes. We have Pete Chalmers into pit lane and also Buczynski into pit lane too.
Oh, but then Norris had the big loss in the bloody... Oh, they both had DNFs.
Well,
I thought Norris won that. Or was that a drop round? Oh, no. I thought Norris won the race 2 of that 6th round. When Dylan got the DNF. It's saying that Norris DNF'd as well. But anyway, it does have Dylan in the lead by 24 points-ish. I don't know, 30, yeah.
I think we need to leave Naptic alone with a calculator and frantically mashing away at the buttons there to give us live championship updates.
See what needs to happen.
Well, at the moment, Norris is on track to getting 50 points for this race because he's just starting to stretch the gap out a little bit. He's starting to test Honor and Russell behind. In fact, Honor just starting to fall into the clutches a little bit of Paul Russell. Tell you what, the British marks are wagging the tails here. McLaren in front, Aston Martin in second, pressuring second. Matthew Bigioli in the Bentley was right up there. He's actually still up there in 7th.
And for those playing at home, 3rd place in the standing is Macbeth, who is currently 15th. But had done a pit.
Oh, he's coming out in lap traffic though. Oh no, and he's actually backed off to let him through. That is going to hurt.
Yeah, but it might hurt for more people who have to maybe give way to traffic. You never know.
Yeah, it's a dodgy old pit exit. We were talking about that in the pre-race.
Oh yeah.
And of course, Brands Hatch, not an easy track to make a passing move on, even if you are in a faster car.
I can realistically see, 2 opportunities, maybe 3. You've got Druid Hairpin, you've got Hawthorne's Bend, and then maybe Clark. Oh, Russell's off. What's happened there?
Oh yeah, Paul Russell here has gone super wide. We may have a quick replay of that. What car number is he again?
678.
7-8.
All right. He's up the inside of Honor. I reckon he's just grabbed the grass on the entry. Oh, there was a little bit of contact. So we'll leave that up to the stewards for sure.
I wouldn't really give it a penalty. I would give it a warning. If that happened again, I'd give a penalty. But for now, it's the racing incident, I reckon.
Meanwhile, we're looking at GT4, looking at second in GT4 at the moment. He's actually being pressured by the second of the Sonikai. That is Jean-Pierre Sonicus making his first appearance here with Shakedown.
Sonikai doesn't really sound right, I don't think.
What would you call them? What's a gathering of Sonicus?
Question.
I think you're correct.
An army?
Yeah, an army of Sonicus.
Yeah.
Why not?
Probably a squad. Is it a squad? A
Squad?
platoon.
Hang on a second. I'm just going to quickly Google.
2-man platoon.
No. Plural for hedgehog because Sonicus, of course.
Oh, it's not.
Plural for hedgehogs. Here we go. Plural hedgehogs. Okay, so that's not helpful. It's not helpful.
Collective. Hedgehog collective.
Oh, what? No, for some reason I just got a notification from or an email from Streamlabs. Stats for your stream on the 24th of the 5th, but yet we're still streaming.
Future. It knows.
I hope so. Does it predict that I'm getting tipped about $1 million, please?
If so, can you give me some?
Now we're starting to see cars diving into pit lane. We have Noble and Clark in GT4 in pit lane. Big Ioli also in pit lane. So about half race distance. I think that's about right for when you want to dive into pit lane here. You can get an advantage with the undercut here, especially
I
with
see one there. There's a prickle of hedgehogs.
a prickle of hedgehogs. I like that. Sort of waiting for someone in chat to come up with something to call these Sonicus brothers. They would have to come up with something for the Guintini brothers.
Speaking of those two,
that was close. The area between Guintini and Sonicus.
Yeah, there's family honour going on here, that's for sure. So, Aaron did not see that Lexus coming up beside him. He almost turned right down on him. And this will give Jean-Pierre a chance. Aaron is quite an experienced driver of I actually do know his family through karting. Of course, they spent
Norris in the pits.
Norris in the pit lane, and there's someone else followed him. Who's followed him? Robertson and Evans also in pit lane. That was very, very tight between Paul Huddy and Aaron Guintini. And there we go, big dive, gets the move done. In fact, Aaron's not having enough. Oh no! Oh, and that will take out Aaron as well. That was, I think that was a little bit silly from Aaron. He didn't need to do that.
We left it would have been alright. Just sort of. Oh, he's double tapped the wall.
Yeah, he's hit it twice, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. But you know, that's learning. Now James Honor, the leader of the race, but he's coming into lap traffic. This is going to benefit Cam Norris because look where he's coming out of.
no traffic at all.
No traffic whatsoever. This is the dream scenario for him. He'll have cold tyres, but right now the current leaders are stuck in lap traffic. So
they've just got through it.
They have, but it's cost them time. If we have a look at the lap times
They're
of
both
our leader,
dived into pits.
yeah, everyone's diving into pit lane. Now we've got the Jean-Pierre Sonicus in pit lane. We then have Adrian Rice. Everyone's diving into pit lane. Matthew Guintini in as well. Paul Huddy, he's managed to keep going. Maybe he got away with no damage after that contact with Aaron Guintini. Got a battle of the Astons here. Oh no, never mind. Jared Madaford is actually a lap up on Richard Buczynski. Buczynski? I don't know.
The who, the what?
319, new name that I'm absolutely struggling with. I'm just going to go with Buczynski. Buczynski. There we go.
Buczynski. Oh, yeah.
We've got Norris coming on the front straight. Where's the leaders now?
Still in pit lane, and he has extended the gap. He will get a little bit blocked by John Sonicus. GT3 versus GT4, not a problem.
Has Leicester
has
overcut bloody Norris? Yeah.
No, he's come out behind Cam Norris, but importantly, he has leapfrogged James Horner. Horner has had an absolute shocker in the pit lane, and he has come out in 8th place. He's behind Adrian Rice as well as Macbeth and Biggie Oldie. So that has been a terrible pit stop for James Horner. In fact, I'm going to have a quick look at the replay for the 257 and find out exactly what happened to him in pit lane. I'm going to guess that he has... Oh, he didn't stop. He missed his pit bay. He's engaged reverse. I'm actually amazed he didn't get disqualified for that. So, practice your pit stops, kids. Now we find Adrian Rice in prime position to take a podium position. Given his pace, he may be able to get Dill Leicester as well.
We've got Russell diving into the pits right now.
Now, did he get the fastest lap? Quali.
Yes, he qualified on pole position.
So it does get quite close. So there's 26 points between the leaders. If Norris wins, Dylan has both things. He's got to be. He can come third in one, but then have to get second in the other to retain the champion. So he's got to get second or better. He's got to make 12 points.
So
better than a 12-point gap.
So Adrian Rice, that we are riding on board with right now, he could play a part in this championship.
Yeah.
That's exciting. We'll have a look at we'll compare their times as they cross the line. So a 24.8 plays a 24.8. So they're doing nearly identical lap times, Rice and Leicester. So this race is on. They've just come out ahead of Paul Russell. Cam Norris, now your race leader, he has timed his pit stop to perfection. He's obviously got the track map up on his HUD, and he can see where the traffic is.
Yeah.
I mean, I do the same thing, honestly.
Got a stop go for Jordanson. That is for speeding in pit lane.
I would hazard a guess that that would be the case, yes. So everyone's sort of spread apart here, although we got a nice little gaggle of cars. Oh, Matthew Gantini almost running into the back of the Lexus that dive-bombed him in turn 3. I guess this will be a learning curve for a lot of the GT3 drivers as well. You've really got to be patient, but get through the GT4s quickly. That's sort of been a bit of a challenge for everyone this season.
Yeah, being patient is probably the quickest way.
Oh, we've got Rice off. Rice is spun, coming out of Sheen.
Oh no, I reckon he's just tried to cut the corner a little bit too much, and around he went. I'll have a look at the replay. Well, as soon as everything settles down, because he's got Honda right up on him now.
Where's Norris? Oh, he's in first.
He's way ahead. He's just gone through Druids. The man is not hanging around. He's gone.
Yeah, McLaren's very good here. I've seen some big plays by McLaren's at Brands Hatch. A couple of last to firsts. I think it was Shakedown a couple of seasons ago. Oh, Mayor Crab in the blue McLaren did bloody last to first mission.
Edward War 15, big boy beamers there. Those aren't the big boy beamers though, amazingly. The big boy beamers are the M8 GTEs.
Mate.
They are thick.
Mate.
Just want to give a big shout out to Matthew Bigioli. What a race he is having so far. Up to 5th place in the Bentley. Well ahead of any other Pro-Am driver out there. Or
Big
silver
Yoli.
driver. Yep. Yeah, the M8 is beyond thick. You're right there, Edward. Ooh, bit of a slide there for Bigioli. Manages to save it though.
Shall we check that replay of what happened to Rice?
Absolutely. Let's see if we can
March will
find him.
taking big bites of the corner. At what is that corner? At Sheen. Number 7.
So here we go. Coming up to Sheen right now. I'd say, yeah, missed the apex by a country mile. Remember what we were saying about that apex being blind? Yeah, that has caught out Adrian, and around he goes.
Ooh, around he goes.
He obviously stalled it as well, just to add insult to the injury. So, yeah, not the best. It's suboptimal, I would say.
He kept it off the wheel for the most part, just grazing it, trying to get back onto it, but that won't be really any damage.
Straightening out the panel.
Yeah.
Good man. Bit of a panel beater by trade. Hey.
It's more aero down the side.
Now, I'm sort of waiting for Jawson to come in and do his stop-go penalty. I'm not sure that he's aware that he has it.
It's been there a while.
He better dive into pit lane soon, otherwise he will get a nasty DQ next to his name.
If you don't see the penalty, then you don't have the penalty.
He's seen the penalty. Yeah, no, that doesn't really work that way. As he does go into pit lane to finally serve that stop and go for speeding in pit lane.
So he has seen it.
He has.
Nice.
You're right there, mate?
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
okay.
I've never been alright.
No, you're a painter. You've been breathing in those paint fumes, haven't you?
Yep, and asbestos and lead as well.
That's a
Now
mighty
we have a
sandwich.
battle for 4th.
Oh, Bigioli, almost onto the grass on entry. He is having the drive of his season so far. He's on the back of Nicholas Macbeth, and that is not a that is no mean feat. That is quite an achievement.
Last lap being 24.4 and 24.2. That is pretty decent race pace. It's only points in it.
What are they doing this lap? So Macbeth has done a 25.0 to Bigioli's 24.9.
Yeah, Matt Bigioli, he is on a charge here. And he only did a 24.9 because he made a little mistake at the forest section of the circuit. So this time, if he doesn't make a mistake, he's all over the back of Macbeth. Tell you what, the British marks are absolutely loving tonight. He almost sends it.
Not the easiest place to go for a move there.
Oh, it's a good place to go for a move there.
Everywhere's a good place.
I would like to disagree with that.
No.
You have to have a willing dance partner everywhere around this circuit if you're going to try and make a move. I've been fortunate in the past. I've made a pass around the outside, around that fast right-hander after that long straight, and thankfully, driver on the inside just sort of got spooked and let me through.
I've probably done a pass at every corner on Brands Hatch.
How have you managed that?
Thousands of laps.
Oh, okay. Oh no, Bigioli, please hang on to it, mate. Please hang on to it.
Might be overdriving that.
Oh, Honor running wide.
Ooh.
So we're starting to see some mistakes, but we've also got a decent battle here. Remember what we were saying about Rice playing a part in this championship? It might actually be Paul Russell. And Paul Russell, of course, he's only done one
He's
round.
catching up.
He's only done one round, so he doesn't care about the championship. He just wants to get those nice shiny trophies.
Yeah, and it would put the big pressure on Dylan in the last race, although he probably won't know. If he gets third, he will have to get second, if not win. Third place puts it tight for Norris first and Leicester third. He won't be able to repeat that in the first one, in the next race. We'll have to finish one car behind to make it bloody real close.
Oh, Leicester! Oh, no!
Terrific jam.
Oh, no, there was some desperation there from Dylan. He was trying to just put a GT4 car between himself and Russell. Probably not the best place to try and make a move there, but it's really hurt which GT4 car was that? Was that?
That would be Clark. He's got heavy damage to his front.
Oh yeah, Philip Clark down in 24th. Yeah, you must always lead the space. He's going to be screaming that over the voice comms, that's for sure. And well, he's doing that actually, getting out of the way of Macbeth and Biggie Oli. And we got Matterford just behind us. Well, oh!
How's he kept that straight?
Well, Phil Clark, he's having a bit of a shocking lap, and he's turned the windscreen wipers on as well. So
Just to make sure.
Yep, he's got to have a clear vision. Honestly,
It's interesting. That move back before, so Leicester looks like he got it right in there, but then he went too wide, slowed down. Old mate in the GT4 had to sort of swerve right and ended up collecting into Russell.
Yep. Got 3 cars all going for the same bit of real estate, but it's certainly not over. Russell now looking around the outside of Leicester into the final corner as Cam Norris starts the final lap, and Russell's going to stick around the outside as we head onto the main straight curve thing.
Grab him straight.
Grab him straight, thank you. Not really a straight though, is it?
Grab him stretch.
Fair enough.
Here he comes.
Oh, Russell.
Oh,
Thought about
Dylan.
it. Oh, Dylan's in deep.
Oh, he's alright, he'll be there.
He's got the drive out of Druids, but the pressure is totally on Dylan Lester at the moment. Watch for a send here. No, Lester, he just... that was a bit of an open wheeler move.
Into the corner.
That was an open wheeler jerk right there.
He got
Oh,
the
he
good out.
RJ
Russell
Robson
didn't,
getting...
wasn't able to hold the speed round there.
Going to give some accolades to our race leader at the moment, Cam Norris. He is on his final lap, on his way to pick up a W. Add to what has been a spectacular season for Cam Norris for sure. Heads around the final corner for the last time in race number 1. It is Cam Norris who will take the win, and if my mathematics are correct, that should put him really, really tight on points with Dill Lester. And Dill Lester, he should be able to hold on to it from here. Russell hasn't given up though.
Oh, are we going to have a drag to the line?
No, the Audi hangs on, so Dylan Lester, he takes a little bit of pressure. Takes a little bit of pressure off himself for race number 2. Nicholas Macbeth home in 4th. He manages to hold off Biggie Oli, Matterford and Rice. Honor in 8th, waiting for Muriel. Sorry, that's just got Jordison coming over the line, a lap down. Aaron Muriel home in 9th. That's a top 10 finish for the Red Ruto Racing Lamborghini. And just behind,
Yeah, mate.
Pete Chalmers. Great fight back for Pete Chalmers, that's for sure. And Carl Johnson as well, home in 11th, if I'm not mistaken. We have to find our GT4 leader. Where is he? There he is, John Sonicus. He's all out by himself. He's had a lap advantage over his brother, Jean-Pierre Sonicus, as he comes around the final corner to pick up the win in putting the V in Kovac's Racing Porsche. So, yeah, well done. There you go. Let's wrap up race number 1 before Kunos things messes me up. So Cam Norris, your winner, 13 seconds the gap. Better strategy, I have to say, from Cam Norris in that race. Just timed his pit stop to perfection, dealt with no traffic whatsoever, whereas everyone else tried to go long, had to pick their way through the GT4s. Dylan Lester holds on for second ahead of Paul Russell. No, give me back my results.
Green light,
Jesus.
go, go, go.
Kunos, stop doing that. Paul Russell in third. Macbeth holds on for fourth ahead of Biggioli. Great drive from Matt Biggioli. He certainly has got the pace in the Bentley, holding off Jared Matterford in sixth. Adrian Rice, he's going to be kicking himself after that mistake. He has just let go of a podium. Honor in eighth. Another driver has let go of a podium, potential podium in race number 1. Then we have Muriel, Chalmers, Carl Johnson after starting from rear of field. He comes home in 11th. Buczynski in 12th after starting from pit lane. We'll wait and see what Buczynski can do in race number 2. Then we have Paul Huddy, Justin Marshall, Chris Bradley, Scott Jordan and Nick Evans rounding out GT3. Over the page, we have got the GT4 results. It is a Sonicus 1-2, John leading home Jean-Pierre by over a lap by the looks of things. That is quite a performance from John. Matthew Gentini holding up the honour of the Gentini family, ahead of Robert Noble. RJ Robertson is not really under any pressure. He's got this championship sewn up. Aaron Gentini in 6th. Phil Clark in 7th. And then Danny Fraser, who disconnected in the Camaro. So that was exciting.
Yeah, produced pretty good racing. I thought there was going to be a few more incidents, but they kept it pretty clean.
Well, it's Brands Hatch, it's multi-class racing. Of course, there was going to be a little bit of chaos. So Dill Lester will start the first of the flying laps. He might get a little bit of traffic this lap. Hopefully, drivers are aware and looking in the mirror. Now, see, we've got some new DLC coming out for ACC in the near future. The America pack, I think it is. At least some American circuits like COTA.
America.
Yeah. But what would you like to see make an appearance in ACC?
Road America.
Road America, yeah. I want to see GT2. Come on, Kunos, get it in there. I'm a bit torn with GT2. What is my favourite car? Is it the KTM or is it the Brabham? Can't decide.
Do a lot of people run GT2? I mean, if you were going to pick a numbers game, I mean, in like pretty cool racing, those WTCRs on other platforms have always been pretty exciting. Although wasn't ever a big front wheel driver, but by golly, they're pretty competitive.
Very cool. I like
They've had some really good races in them, eh?
Well, they're a bit like British touring cars, but they've got paddle shift instead of sequential.
Yeah.
But, yeah, British touring cars, that's very close racing as well.
I kind of like something like that. They've got the track's pretty good for it. And we've done even some of the older ones, you know, when the Lada was out there, and nothing better than racing in a Lada. big fan.
Yeah, I'm sure the real life Lada drivers find it exciting too. Like, is the car going to fall apart on me? Am I going to make it round this corner? Will the throttle pedal stay connected?
You go, I am lighter than you because I have no metal. I have no structure, so I am lighter.
Will the car crumble when I hit this tyre barrier?
Will the car crumple when I hit this curb?
Will the car crumble full stop?
Well,
Getting it off the transporter. Dear idea.
We
Lada's
need to make a Lada series.
I think Russia does have a Lada series.
Yeah, but that's in Russian. That at the moment is something we shouldn't really talk about. But yeah, like
Oh, you can talk
let's
about
do it
race.
on
Oh,
British
okay.
tracks.
I
Lada
think-
series.
I think we can talk about it because it's not everyday Russians that's causing the nonsense. It's
Not the,
the Russian
It's not the
government.
race. It's not the racetracks.
Yeah,
Faults.
yeah. It's all race wars sort of stuff, you know. Race wars. We're talking about racing, by the way. Motorsport, not the other race wars thing. That's nasty. Don't want to get cancelled.
Yeah, but they could be taking it in that way.
Oh,
You
they
never
always
know.
will.
Yeah,
The
I know.
algorithm will.
Someone will. It's a joke, people. It's all jokes. Controversial stream, yep. Cancelled.
Jocks.
Yep. Now on top, we got Cam Norris in the 666. So he's just run wide, and that's invalidated that lap, apparently. So, you know what would be really, really handy for broadcasting, Kunos, if you're listening?
A rewind button.
Let us maybe give us some sort of notification on the HUD when a driver is on an invalid lap or not, or maybe give us a notification on the tower. That way I can turn off the track map and give us a much better looking stream.
Yeah, but then they would be using their brain, and that's just. Why would you want to use your brain?
This is where Kunos should just let the modders have their way with ACC.
Yeah, but that's what a set of courses for.
Yeah. Some of the cursed mods though.
They're good.
Terrifying. Some of them are just terrifying.
They can start somewhere, innit?
Mm.
On your path to be a legendary modder.
Ooh, Paul Russell almost into the 23s there. That is not bad from the 678 Aston. Can he be the first to crack the 23s?
You
Find
never
out
know.
soon, hopefully. How's GT4 going? Well, it's the Sonicus show at the moment. John Sonicus leading Jean-Pierre Sonicus by less than a tenth. As I say over at Octane, these two are racing to see who gets fed.
Why?
It's great. It's
No
great
one-
seeing
no.
brothers racing. Because then on row 2, it's just the Gintini show as well. Because yeah, Aaron and Matthew side by side. I don't know if the Gintinis race each other in real life as well. That'd be interesting.
Maybe the Sonicuses, the Guntinis, and you and your brother Matt should all come together and do a race
Ooh.
and see which of the brothers are the best.
Well, I mean, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, we are over at the Go Race Promotions Discord. We're going to be doing an ACC non-Evo GT3 event. So basically, everyone's going to take the older GT3 cars out for a spin, and we're going to have some fun. So maybe Jean-Pierre and John, if you're watching back through the stream, and Aaron and Matthew, hit me up. I'll send you an invite to our Discord, and you can, yeah, get in on that.
Now, is there a quali point for qualification in qualifying 2? Must be surely.
Surely
Just
there
another
will be.
race, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's race 2. Race
Oh, is
2.
that off at okay. I just seen 2 Porsches off at turn 1.
That sounds normal.
Yeah, but it was a GT3 and GT4.
That sounds normal.
They hit each other.
Also sounds
They
normal.
didn't have a Porsche moment this time.
It sounds like a Porsche moment to take each other out. Didn't that happen at one of the Le Mans? Like, the Porsche
Probably.
cars took each other out?
Bound to have.
I'm going to Google it.
Thought that was
Right.
my job.
You can look it up too if you like.
Statman.
Yeah, but I don't know what to look for.
Porsches being Porsches.
No, that would a Porsche being a Porsche, it would be spinning for no other reason than otherwise just braking.
Brake spin. Yeah.
If you dare put 5% brakes on a bump, the Porsche
Oh.
just says no.
Oh my. Okay. Mark Webber apparently in hospital after
Huh?
a World Endurance Championship crash at Brazil. It
Hot off
happened
the press, is it?
16th. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. 6th place in the 6 hours of Sao Paulo. He collided with a GTE Ferrari. So hopefully Mark Webber is doing okay. I didn't even know he was
made
still
this
racing.
Does he
Isn't
not
that
even
the
make the news over there now?
No. No, come on, it's Australia, mate. We don't report on motorsport. Come on.
We don't give a shit about.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Oh,
well,
bugger.
awake and alert when he arrived at the medical centre. So that is good. That is good.
Isn't that the 3rd time Mark Webber's had a pretty big accident at Sao Paulo?
I don't know about Sao Paulo, but he's definitely had several big crashes.
Yeah, but there was one incident, I think it was a few years after he left Formula 1, he had a massive accident in an LMP car, I think also with the Ferrari GTE. I think he was...
You know what? Hang on. I'm just gonna
I'm not
think,
sure.
think back through Mark Webber's career because I'm just counting how many times he has hit a Ferrari. He's hit a lot of Ferraris.
Well, he's a Porsche ambassador and he has to part of the job.
Well,
Oh,
the
wow.
first collision with a Ferrari came when he was racing for Jaguar. He was coming down pit lane and Michael Schumacher just pulled out right in front of him and straight into each
Oh,
other.
Oh,
that's how
so
he
it
got
wasn't his fault.
So we
Well,
got the job.
Well, he still hit a Ferrari. We didn't say it
No,
had
the
to be
Ferrari
his fault.
hit him.
Yeah, but no, he still made a collision with a Ferrari, so he hit
Yeah,
a
but
Ferrari.
it wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't his fault, that's for sure. But he still
Oh,
hit
the
a Ferrari.
Ferrari hit a Jaguar.
Oh my god. How do I mute you?
Okay. Okay. You're right, he hit a Ferrari.
We're policing the speech here.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Oh wow, I was too busy focusing on the GT4 that I totally missed that Cam Norris has put it on pole position with a 23.582. That is flying. But what's more amazing is that we actually have 3 drivers in the 23s, and that is Paul Russell and Carl Johnson. This is really
two.
And to make things even worse for Dul Lester, he's in pit lane. He has just been pushed down to 5th place, and he's 6/10 off of Cam Norris's time. Pressure's going to be on for them in this race.
Yep, it will be. Let's just say a 3rd place won't win it.
Ooh, if Cam Norris wins.
He is 18. The math is he's currently 18 points in the lead, and no, 3rd will win it, but 4th is 19 points different. So that would if that go Norris wins, he'd have to be at least 3rd. So top 3.
So Norris has to win, and Lester has to be further down than 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, so that's if that's going by Norris's extremely epic pace, and that he's in first place. If Lester finishes above him, no worries. But he can't be any more than 1 car in between.
And pressure is on this man here. But something that is on Dylan's side has to be Paul Russell and Carl Johnson. These guys have entered the championship a bit late. They're not in it. They're not going to win this series, but they are going to be able to play a part in this championship if they get in.
Pressure on Norris.
It is, especially
He has to win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Norris has got Paul Russell. Sorry, he has got a lot of paces. I am looking at a BMW being a TARDIS. That is Adrian Rice. If you're at the Rice household, stop streaming Netflix so Adrian can have some internet so he can go pixel racing. Oh, we also have Matt Glow who's jumped into the session. Good to see the big boy floating around here. And this is good around here too. Yeah. It's not looking good for Adrian, is it?
Yeah, looks fine. You might be pointing 90 degrees in the wrong direction, but you still driving somewhat.
What I'd like to see for Kunos to implement is a ping limit. But if you over the ping limit, then you get ghosted.
Again, that would be using their brains, and why would you want to use your brain? Just makes too much sense.
Yeah, Kuno, stop focusing on things like tyre models and damper physics and everything like that. And just implement these things we're talking about. Jeez, God. Jeez, Adrian Ross, he'll be hoping that his internet gets better because he's put it on the second row.
Ooh.
So checkered flag is out. So let's have a look at how they line up after qualifying 2. And this looks a little bit. This makes a little bit more sense to me. These sector times. So Cam Norris off a pole position with a 23.582. That is moving. Paul Russell will join him on the front row with a 23.607. So nothing between those two. So pressure is on Norris. Carl Johnson will line up on row number 2. Next to him will be Adrian Rice. Row 3 will have James Honner and Dylan Lester. Jared Madford off of and Richard Buczynski off of row 4. Row 5 will see Matt Glow and Pete Chalmers. Matt Bigioli not able to continue that run of form in race 1. Yeah, down in 11th. Matty, what are you doing? Pick up the pace, mate. Nicholas Macbeth, you too, down in 12th place. Aaron Muriel in 13th, Jordison in 14th, Bradley 15th, Paul Huddy 16th, and Nick Evans, Justin Marshall will start off the back row of GT3. Then we have in GT4 the Sonicus brothers off the front row. That's John Pierre getting one over his brother John. And then row 2 will be the Contini family. Aaron beating out Matthew there. Then we have Rob Noble and RJ Robertson off of row 3, and row 4 we will have Philip Clark. I don't think Danny Fraser is back in the server, so
30 seconds.
yeah. Interesting to see that Norris is fastest in sector 1, but then we have Russell
seconds.
faster in sector 2 and 3. But I want your opinion on this Naptic. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
10 seconds.
Like the guy in third having all purple sectors.
Yeah.
Okay.
As Brands Hatch, anything's possible.
Even breaks the laws of time.
Yeah, not too sure. Although, no, I don't know. There's some AMs, pro-AMs in there. Doesn't matter. Nah, it doesn't make a difference. Nah. It's just outright, isn't it?
More or less.
Unless... No.
So as the field makes their way around the track to start their formation lap, or warm-up lap, formation lap. We had a pretty clean start to race number 1. Can we have a clean start for race number 2?
I'm gonna say no this time.
Okay. Naptic, you got a prediction there?
Nah, I reckon there might be a wee bit of chaos, and I reckon the front runners, say like Norris, Leicester, Macbeth a wee bit, he's in third. I think it's pretty safe though. Will be probably just will be ultra safe, ultra fine the line. Especially Leicester, he's like in 6th place, so he's got, you know, if something happens in front of him, there's a high chance of being involved with it.
Well, the worst thing for Leicester is he's on the outside going into turn 1. He's going to get freight trained.
Yeah.
And if anything happens in front of him, he's not going to really have much of a chance to get away from it.
So you have to be very, very keen-eyed. Not say put too much pressure in. Say it's I mean, when you got pace, as you said, we've seen last to first here. It's not possible in 30 minutes. So it might have been 40. So as long as you survive that first couple of corners, or if there is a riff-raff to actually negate your way around and not get any damage, you're good to go.
As we take our drone camera and just give ourselves a little bit of a cinematic shot here. Look at that. That's beautiful. I'm in that awkward position where if I go one more click, I'm too fast for these guys. If I go one click the other way, I'm too slow. It's like NPC escort missions all over again.
The slow passing. It sounds like farming simulator when my truck's going a bit quick for the harvester.
These spectators are not looking in the right direction. They are more interested in the drone camera. Except, just look at this guy. He is not caring at all. They're not caring.
The twins there. The twins, they're not very impressed with your flying.
Well, we are away and racing. Let's see who can get through turn 1 nice and cleanly. It's a 2x2 formation as we tip through Paddock Bend and down the hill. I think Paul Russell has actually gotten the whole shot. He's trying to stick it around the outside for sure, but no, Cam Norris has held on. Dill Lester has sent it around the outside of James Honor, and he'll actually get back into 5th place. In fact, Madiford looking to capitalise on Honor running wide at turn number 3. We know from race number 1 that Dylan Lester, he is very good on cold tyres.
Oh, we got a push. Nick Evans sorting it out.
What a surprise. Oh, Sonicus is out. So John Sonicus has been turned around, and he's going very slowly at the moment. So John Sonicus off the front row of GT4, he has gone around, and now it brings up the tail of the entire field. But at the head of the entire field, it is Cam Norris. He is in the box seat for this championship. Yeah, I saw that. Dill Lester running a little bit wide. Now he's going to come under pressure from Jared Madiford.
It groups up the next 3 cars, Honor and Glow, in behind, ready to pounce. Oh, here they come.
Here we go, side by side, coming into turn 1.
Yeah, Madiford taking the short line.
Oh,
Lester, that was brave.
That was full reliance on radar.
I think...
Oh, Madiford a little bit sideways. That's going to give Honor a run into Druids, and Honor should force a BMW size hole at Druids under Madiford, but Madiford just getting the drive a little bit better. Things you never say. And Aston getting off the corner. Well, we're going to go 3 wide going up into turn number 4. Glow looking for the move. Can't quite get there. And now that brings Chalmers into this too. Oh, that is tight between Glow and Chalmers. It's tight between Honor and Madiford too.
He's going to get a run into turn 5.
Yep.
There we go. See?
No.
Found it.
Oh, no. This is really tight. I'm amazed that these guys haven't binned each other yet.
Oh, we got 2 wide coming into... Nah. Okay, they've
This
backed
is-
off.
this is
Oh,
the
we got a
honest
car
beginning.
round. That is Justin Marshall, and he is in a super awkward position. He's going to have to sit there and wait for everyone else to come around. That is going to be painful for Justin. Let's have a look at GT4. How are we going? Jean-Pierre leading the way ahead of Aaron Gantini and Matthew Gantini. So Aaron gets a little bit sideways, coming onto this little short shoot towards the final corner. Might give Matthew a look. I think some team orders are playing out here.
Oh, we got a spin. Is that Matterford? Oh, he's kept it though.
Shout out to Walks88 for the follow. Thank you very much, mate. That brings us up to 420 followers.
420.
No,
420.
421.
421.
We've already done the 420 joke. Oh, have a look at this. We've got chaos here. Matthew Bigioli looking to fight through is up the inside of Paul. Oh, that is. Oh, no!
It's a tackle.
Chalmers!
Kicked
Chalmers!
it out the wall.
He's misjudged where the front of that Lexus is. And he has, I want to say he's misjudged it. And he has just sent Matthew Bigioli off into the gravel trap. Have a look at this. We've got. Oh, that is Bradley off the track now. So.
Oh, we got to slow down. Oh, Honda.
Oh.
No, the Beamer. Oh, yeah. Ooh,
Oh, Scott
The
Jorgensen
other
picking
one.
up positions here and there, and Paul Huddy trying to sneak up the inside of Muriel. As Dill Lester's had enough, he's into pit lane already. He's going for the early stop, get some clear track in front of him, and try and make up some space in the undercut, which works quite well around here actually.
Well, Huddy goes to the inside of the Lamborghini. Does he make it stick? Yes, he does. Beautiful move.
So basically from Jared Matterford back, we've just got an angry field of GT3s. It's not that Matterford is slow or anything, it's just his car's probably just not coming up to temperature as quickly as he'd like.
yeah. Not as aggressive setup, a bit of slow heat.
Oh, that's someone off. That is Adrian Rice. Just heard that in the background of the audio. Right on board now with Jared Matterford as we look back at James Honor. As we tip it through that little left-hander. Dill Lester, in case anyone is keeping track, he has got clear track in front of him. He's got a big break between himself and that gaggle of GT4s and GT3s. So he is going to be... He's on fresh tyres too, by the way, so he will be flying.
We have to have a wee look at the lap time and see if they're any better. But there's going to be a couple of cold times in there.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting.
Well, more importantly, he won't have the aero wash from the car in front of him. Not sure if that's actually simulated in ACC. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, though.
Well, you got slipstreams, yeah.
And I would hazard a guess that the Audi is pretty sensitive to aero too.
That would sound right.
Just trying to find the 555 of Macbeth because he's right in the middle of this chaos here. So Nicholas Macbeth, he's not actually fighting for position here. He's down 23rd, having done his mandatory pit stop.
Yeah, he needs to be making ground.
How's the Gantini battle going? Matthew has actually gotten around Aaron, and now these two, I reckon they're just going to start working together to try and close up to Jean-Pierre Sonicus.
G'day in chat, hope you well.
I have to say, how cool is the name Jean-Pierre Sonicus? Am I the
Feel
only
a bit
one?
ripped off. But the brother would feel ripped off, wouldn't he?
John, yeah, John. Yeah, he just got the vanilla John. He didn't get the Jean-Pierre. Oh.
I wonder how many times they got confused for each other.
Probably never.
Like,
Well, until you say the Pierre bit.
yeah.
John. Yeah.
Speaking of John, here he is. He's actually climbing onto the back of the pack after. Still don't know what actually happened to him on that first lap. Got a bit of a break now. I guess we can have a look at some replays. So let's try and find our man. There he is, 556. So what actually happened to him? So he's around the outside of one of the Gintinis. No, okay. Headed into turn number 3. Oh, Nick Evans with a Porsche moment, taking out another Porsche. But that's an easy mistake to do as well there at turn 3.
That's the second time he's done it on that corner.
Oh, hello. What was that? That almost looked like get out of the damn way.
Maybe payback?
I don't know.
Hope so. That'd be cool.
I mean, if this was NASCAR, that would be a very clean move. But because it's GT racing, that's probably going to be a penalty.
Sonic's now getting out of the way of Dylan Lester. So how fast is Dylan Lester going now? So 24.965. So it's not really playing out for him.
Enough.
No. But we have got cars in pit lane. So we've got, who have we got? Rice, Honor, Marshall. I think Marshall's out of it though. So Lester will take back those positions from Honor and Rice. In fact, Rice was the driver he was battling with. So this has worked out perfectly for him.
The 24.7 was that last lap this went in. That's his fastest lap of the race, which is 0.7 behind Norris. And almost you can go down to 5th place before that becomes a competitive time.
Oh, James Honor picked up a stop-go penalty, 30 seconds. God, we've been saying that on repeat all season long, haven't we? Not James Honor with a stop-go 30, but just stop-go 30s. Practice your pit entry, people. It's not that big a chore.
It is the penalty of choice.
Look at that pit lane. That is outstanding, that pit lane. The way it waves. Big Yoli now, he's managed to fight his way back into 9th. And he's now chasing down Chris Bradley. I'm seeing a little bit of a battle pack here as Dylan Lester goes up the inside of one of the Gintinis. So it's obviously not an ideal situation for him, being stuck in the GT4s, having to fight his way through, but it's still working out pretty well for him.
Yeah, Big Ollie's on his way, isn't he? He's closing that gate up with Bradley pretty quick. Time says another couple of places to go. He can do quite well here.
Right on board now, Big Ollie. Oh, carries a little bit too much speed through Sheen. It's a hard corner to get right, Sheen, because the approach is blind, as I've said before. And it's easy just to carry a little bit too much speed, as now Big Ollie dives into pit lane.
Yeah, it's that corner of done it a few times. You just feel it. You feel your turn, and you can tell when you're going in there if you've taken too much or not enough, and you can lift and adjust your speed to make sure you're out. It's not too bad, but it's a being blind. It is pretty much a feel it corner. Yeah, look at that. I just had an in-car view. Hardly see anything.
Anyway, we're focusing on Cameron Norris at the moment. He's I reckon he'll be diving into pit lane this lap. What's the bet?
Yeah, 17.
Sausage roll. I bet you a sausage roll on that.
Sausage roll? Good enough for me. So he's coming up on the lap traffic. He did this in race number 1. He dived into pit lane to avoid the lap traffic. And
Oh, there he goes.
Bastard.
And he does have lap traffic in front of him into pit lane. That is suboptimal for Cam Norris. That would have cost him a few seconds for sure, because I don't think Nick was as confident on pit entry as what Cameron was.
Yeah. He almost stopped.
Yeah.
Well done, sausage roll to that man.
Thank you.
I'll put it in the mail tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Just make sure it's warm before you put it in the envelope, please.
Oh yeah, I'll make it sure it's piping hot.
Nice.
Piping hot.
And you know, the man I think might... Oh no, James Honda, he's still down in 22nd. Why is Honda down in 22nd? Oh, he had a stop go 30, that's right. My mistake. Now, Paul Russell has fallen for the same mistake as he did in race 1. He stayed out there. He should have come in. He's now dealing with lap traffic. He's got Biggie Oli. He's got the 556 of Sonicus, of the Jean variety. That is costing him. Now, on track, we should see that Dill Lester is realistically running second.
Yeah, he's there. But he's still...
Matthew Gantini around! He's in a very awkward spot at Paddock Bend.
We got out of the way nicely.
Oh, yeah. That's heart in your mouth sort of stuff. Here's a good battle for third on track. If I'm not mistaken. No, never mind. Nicholas Macbeth is down in 18th. And I think Matterford will just sidestep Macbeth. Doesn't want to get involved in this battle. Macbeth obviously done his mandatory pit stop. Matterford's still cruising around. So this
Johnson
is hurting.
making a few decisions there, going around a stricken Porsche. Manages to sort it out.
Oh, Paul Russell, this is not working out for him. Needed to come in probably about a lap ago if he wanted any chance of winning this race.
Last lap 25.7 for those playing at home.
He'll probably dive into pit lane now, but I mean, it's too late. It's too late. No, he's going to keep going. Oh, this is painful. It's painful for Paul. We do see Carl Johnson diving into pit lane, so this is going to hurt Paul a little bit. The undercut works really well around here, mostly because of how it's so difficult to make a passing move stick around this circuit, even when you are lightning fast.
And the traffic time up above are all 25.5s, which is working in Leicester's favour, only doing 24.8s. 24.8's last lap, 24.7 is his best still, with Norris in front, whose best is a 123.7, now doing 129s, but should have been on that cold tyres, probably still. But yeah, they're letting Leicester in the game, staying out there, those other top boys.
Indeed. And for GT4 as well, the lap traffic plays on them as well. So you're trying not to get in the way of the GT3 cars, otherwise you cost yourself time trying to fight them. So I think the driver who's managed it the best has to be Jean-Pierre Sonicus. He's got a 7-second gap over Aaron. They've all done their pit stops now, so yeah, I think it's just been a bit of a learning curve this season for drivers who've never done multi-class racing before. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Shakedown has done a multi-class format before.
Not many do, but it is good because they have that track awareness, which seems to be a sim racer's biggest hurdles. their downfall. They do so many laps by themselves. I don't know how to bloody, they get offline, and the fastest man in the world now can't race. You get them off apex, which is what I like doing. I like putting pressure on those sorts of drivers, push them wide, push them interesting places of the track, and they've never practiced there, so they don't know how fast or where they need to brake on being an inside corner man. So yeah, the GT3s and the GT4s together sort of makes them have to learn these things, which is better for the sport, better for the racing.
It's certainly been better for us sitting at home, enjoying all of this.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, otherwise it's just A to B, really, isn't it?
Pretty well. Now, I did say that this is working out in Dill Lester's favour. I don't think it has anymore. He's down fourth of the drivers who have made their pit stops. So Paul Russell and Carl Johnson have both come out of the pits. They're 6 seconds behind Cam Norris. Norris setting the fastest lap of the race, incidentally. As we see Jared Matterford diving into pit lane. Which will hand... No, it won't, because Aaron Muriel dives into pit lane. And that will hand over the lead of the race to Cameron Norris ahead of Paul Russell. Oh, Norris runs wide.
Yeah, it did a big 26.2 for Leicester. Yeah, holding them up. Well, Johnson's 130s. He's been held up. That from their pit lap? Oof, can't tell.
Paul Russell is going to be ruining those extra few laps that he did. It has not worked out for him. If I'm not mistaken, he was...
Bradley.
Oh yeah, 5:22 off the track at Sheen. Sheen has been
That might have been a defensive manoeuvre, actually. I think someone might have got tied up on the inside and he had to sort of run a wee bit wider, caught the outside, couldn't stop, couldn't slow down, couldn't turn in.
See Honor just pulling over and letting our second and third place drivers get through unscathed.
I know he did it to himself.
There we go, got some action here. Sonicus of the John variety. Oh! A little bit of a nudge there from Paul Huddy. So Huddy with a bit of a late lunge on John. And you sort of really can't do that either if you're in GT3. You shouldn't just dive bomb the slower cars.
There was a gap there.
There was a gap, but it ends up hurting your time. Because you're trying to pull the car up. There's so much to learn when you're doing multi-class racing.
Yeah, to know where you've got the advantage. It takes a few laps. So we did a couple of 12-hour enduros as a very injured car on Bathurst, and I was getting past like everyone every lap. I was trying to find places to let the fast cars pass over Bathurst was it was pretty interesting. So wide at hairpins, going in tight apex on the way out of corners so they could run out over you. Good lesson. 12 hours. Beautiful.
Oh, here we go, another bit of a learning experience for everyone. Oh, Pete Chalmers just trying to stay as close as he could to Huddy, and he ends up getting on top of that curb at Druids. That is a curb you don't want to use.
Right, so
Oh,
Johnson Leicester.
oh, what's going on? Norris slow.
I think he's collected the grass.
He's
Oh,
alright.
who else is off? That's the 999.
That would be Jordison.
Yeah, he's just had a Porsche moment in the McLaren.
Amazing.
Norris is alright. Russell's alright.
There's damage on the front of Cam Norris's McLaren. Oh, I wonder wonder how much damage that is.
So if Norris comes second, that means Leicester wins.
Yeah, without changing places. Yeah, so he's 2 seconds behind. Wow, 2.5 to whatever it. Wow, whatever it's changing in and out to.
And if Leicester comes third, he wins as well.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Interesting.
so how much?
1K gap. Well, it might be better with second. I know it's the points evenly drop, but the points difference between first and second and third. Not sure if it's consistent on the way down.
We're going to jump on board with Cam Norris to see what this car is doing, because he's got a fair bit of damage on the front of this car. I want to see just how much. It looks like it's understeering horribly now. Maybe not as bad as what I thought it would be. But this is allowing Paul Russell to close in on him. 1.3 seconds is the gap.
Should we
This,
get a replay?
This championship is well and truly on, that's for sure. Just try and find our 666. There he is. What lap was it? So he's coming up to Sheen. I reckon he's just had a bit of a snap. Mid-engine car snap. Oh, he's oh, that is a lot of damage. Gonna need to get the, that's gonna we're gonna need to get the flex tape out for that. He's still managing to pull out a little bit of a gap now to Russell in the Aston, but that McLaren is definitely not behaving optimally for Cam Norris. And they're coming up onto lap traffic too, so... Oh.
And it is a Porsche
Oh,
as
there's
well.
another. Oh, there's 2 cars spinning.
Oh, that's
Where
GT3.
71,
Jean-Pierre, that's the class leader. So Jean-Pierre Sonic, as I was saying, he was running away with it, but that hands the lead over to Aaron Gantini in GT4. What is going on? Everyone's just turning a little bit silly.
The 5-minute mark. The sprint.
What's happened? Has he... oh, has he been... Oh!
71 wasn't tied up in that.
Miscommunication, I reckon. Has he seen the BMW coming? He's tried to turn out, and Adrian
Rice has
Rice.
got him.
Yeah, Rice has just sort of second-guessed where the Porsche was going to go. It's all happening. It is all happening. The gap between Norris and Russell is down to 0.7 of a second.
Same with Contini and Sonicas as well. We have 2 fights for the lead.
Oh, Johnson's off in the dirt. Oh, everyone's running wide. Big run out. So who's that been?
Where's
He's
Leicester?
15.
Leicester is
This is-
banking on Russell to interfere with this championship.
Oh, do we have to do the math? I don't.
Now, everyone at home, I hope you are hanging on to the edge of your seat. We're getting into the last 4 minutes of this race, and Paul Russell, he is gunning for a race win. He is going to affect this championship. Oh, he pinched the front brake on the limit of the ABS there. All Cam Norris really needs to do, because this track is so tough to make a move on, and that McLaren is quite wide, he just has to stick to his lines. But he is nursing a damaged car at the moment.
The point gap reduces by 1 every step down, so it should make the difference harder to catch if Norris goes to second. So Leicester should be better off.
So if Norris finishes second, does that mean Leicester wins?
By the calc, it looks like that way, yes.
Oh,
It makes it close.
oh, I'm rubbing my hands. We got some drama.
Plus a quali point for Norris, which I haven't added, so it's getting close enough to call. So I reckon.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
And as this is happening, we've got a battle for the lead in GT4, and they're nose to tail.
Yep, just trying to find that battle, wherever it is. Oh yeah, here we go. So, Guintini and Jean-Pierre Sonicus. I don't know how much damage is on the back of the Porsche after that collision. Seems to be quite robust. I suppose that happens when you chuck a big engine in the back of a car. Tends to be quite robust.
Number 9, number 19, in 9th place, Pete Chalmers having a bit of a...
Oh, Russell
wiggly
up the
wiggly.
inside of Norris down the front straight. Here we go. Oh, there's a GT4 car in the way. Oh!
He tried getting over the wall to get out of the way.
Oh, Norris is deep. Norris is deep.
He's struggling to turn right by the looks of that.
He's struggling to get the car pulled up. He's struggling to get it pointed in. And each lap it seems to be getting worse because that is cooking the front tyres.
One lap more after this surely should be the go. What are we at? One more lap.
Oh, we've got to move
One
for
lap.
GT4. They're going too wide.
Oh, heading up towards Sheen. Aaron just wants to lead it.
This is too far away from Johnson. It is Norris if he can bring it home.
It's got a bit of a gap now. I can see it on the map. We're getting into the section of the circuit where I reckon that front end damage will be hurting him the most as they tip
He's
it
already
into
pulled it
Sheen.
back.
Yeah. Russell is strong at the end of the race. We saw it in race 1 when he was hounding the back of Leicester, wasn't it?
You know he's got pace. He was a quali 1 winner.
Well, we got one more lap to see where the championship goes.
Leaders on final lap now.
We're going to stick with this battle right to the end because this is championship deciding. And for Paul Russell, he doesn't care about the championship, and so he shouldn't. He wants the win, and he should definitely go for it. So they're now coming up onto lap traffic. That's RJ Robertson. RJ Robertson will be crowned the GT4 champion. No matter what happens to him in this race, he's got it sewn up. He had it sewn up at the start of the night, actually.
He's out for a drive.
Oh, he's got a... Oh, the
Norris
Aston
is going
Martin probably had a
defensive.
run. Oh, that's
Oh,
around the outside.
Russell around the outside. That is a brave
Not
move.
quite.
Couldn't get it done. Now
Oh,
Russell.
yeah.
He's got to get a really good run. He's got to
He's
get
got two
Sheen
corners.
perfect. He
Oh,
does.
Norris.
One
not
more
pulls out a
corner.
beauty.
What will happen?
Oh, Norris runs wide. This might give a chance to Russell. They're heading into the final corner now. Russell just not
Russell
close
got
enough. And he can't get the car rotated to get a switchback happening. It is going to be Cam Norris who takes the race win, and he wins the championship by our mathematics anyway.
And let's swap to GT4 because this battle is still going on for the lead once more.
We've also got a battle for third as well in GT4. Rob Noble holding off the John Sonicus variety of Sonicus. But Aaron Guintini has made this Aston very, very wide. This will be a pretty big scalp for Aaron to claim. Jean-Pierre is not a slouch driver by any stretch of the imagination. Neither is John, for that matter. Oh, the Porsche is strong in the forest section of this circuit. Jean-Pierre pushing the track limits all the way. They sail over the curb at Sheen. I think Guintini's done enough. He's withheld the pressure. Or withstood the pressure, I should say. Into the final corner now. No move available there for Jean-Pierre. And it is going to be Aaron Guintini who takes the win in GT4. So it's a win apiece for the Guintini and Sonicus families. Hopefully these two families stick with it. because I reckon that's going to be an epic, epic little race there.
What a great rivalry, eh? What a beauty.
So let's run through the results for race number 2. So GT3, Cam Norris holds on by less than 0.2 of a second from Paul Russell. Paul Russell did his absolute hardest to try and claim the win, but just didn't have enough time left. Carl Johnson will come home in 3rd. Dylan Lester, he's going to have to surrender that championship. No, we're going to have to wait a few seconds.
We'll see what the official results say, but...
I'm pretty confident in calling it.
A few beers involved in those calcs. Of course.
Got to carry the 1s and the 3s, of course.
Yeah.
Jared Madford scores a top 5. Matt Glow, great race from him, going from 9th to 6th. Paul Huddy, great performance from Paul Huddy as well. I'm not sure I'm quite used to seeing Paul Huddy that far up. Same with Aaron Muriel.
Green line, give it all you got.
He manages to score an 8th position. Matt Bigioli, good recovery from starting at 11th. He's definitely found some pace with that Bentley, and I'm sure that will give him a lot of confidence heading into the next season. Chris Bradley scores a top 10 ahead of Jordison. Then we have Pete Chalmers, Nicholas Macbeth, I think that's a DNF for Macbeth. Honor down in 14th, character building night for him, scoring a stop and go 30. Then we have Adrian Rice, Nick Evans, Justin Marshall, and Richard Buczynski. Marshall and Buczynski both DNFs. GT4, it is Aaron Guintini who takes the family honours ahead of the Sonicus of Jean-Pierre. Then we have Rob Noble holding off the second of the Sonicus family. RJ Robertson finishes 5th, but he finishes 1st in the championship. Then we have Matthew Gantini and Philip Clark at DNF. So great to see the GT4 ranks swelling at the end of the season. Hopefully that continues on into the next season of Shakedown Sim Racing. I presume they're going to stick with the same format?
Yeah, they should. I haven't seen anything else, but yeah, it'll be a bit more of a show, I suppose. It'll be pretty zoomy.
Well, it's been fantastic. It has been, honestly, some of the best racing I've broadcasted.
It has been good. Yeah, no, the Shakedown guys have been pretty good for a pretty decent racing. A bit of work goes in during the week by the looks of that sort of jazz, so that's what we want to see. We've got a few more DNFs or DNSs out of the middle area. You say we got a strong 10 pack that was that continues to grow season by season. So stronger and stronger as we move into the future, and hopefully we get a few more drivers that want to contest. Oh,
for sure. I think after what we've just seen tonight around Brands Hatch, I think there'll be people lining up to join in, and the best way to do that is to join the Shakedown Sim Racing Facebook group. And then you can get a link to the Discord there, and that's when you get involved. Should probably talk about what we've got coming up on this channel. Well, if you're a fan of IndyCars, GT Club is preparing an IndyCar championship for you, and that will be starting fairly soon, I think. They're still just running through their Renault RS01 Cup. That should be wrapping up pretty soon, though. We've got a bit of a break then before the next round of the AK Racing V8 Supercar Series. And where are they racing next? Daytona Road Course, that's right. That's going to be quite exciting. Tyler, you're racing in that one?
Yep.
Excited for... You seem a little bit more excited for Daytona than what you've been for the other tracks.
Yeah, I've done a few practice laps just to see what it's like, and it's really good. It is a challenge, but it's really good.
Otherwise, you're interested in getting involved in some more multi-class racing, if you're from Shakedown Sim Racing, we're running Super GT on the OG Assetto Corsa. If you want to get involved in that, let me just put in an invite. 2 seconds. Should have had this up and ready. So there's our Discord right there. Join up, get involved. We are also doing a few little fun races on Wednesday nights. So tomorrow night we have got the Shelby Cobra Challenge. That's going to be interesting, to say the least. So, yeah, join our Discord. Get involved with Super GT. That is probably my favourite racing series in the world. Otherwise, that's it. We're just going to have a bit of a break from Shakedown while they get prepared for the next season. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, well done, drivers. Well done, everyone involved. Well done, the organisation. Well done, Shakedown. That was really cool.
Yeah,
well done. Wrapped up.
Well done to all the commentators as well. It's been tough on the voice, that's for sure.
It's been pretty good, hasn't it? Pretty easy when you got racing like that going on.
Oof. Yeah, well, pretty hard on the voice though. Oh, God, I need a drink.
That's why I have my beers.
That's what I'm doing.
Whiskey hardens the throat, son.
Yep. Yep. Tyler can't drink because he's 17.
For a month.
Paint will do the
For a
same
month?
thing.
Ooh, for a month. When's 18?
20th.
20th. Nice. So we'll have to have drinks on stream for. Actually, will we be streaming on a 20th?
No. But
Monday.
I'll be racing 2 days before.
Oh.
Oh, do I have a couple
And
of shots with you.
I've actually got a special livery for myself for that race as well.
Oh yeah,
it's my home track.
The supercars.
Yes.
Nice. Very nice. How does one get a Go Race shirt? You have to be friends with my brother, apparently. It's good.
According to him.
Oh well, he's got the shirt printing machine, so you have to be friends with him. I like the exclusivity. I should probably get a shirt line made up, shouldn't I?
Yeah, get a merch store.
Yeah, merch store.
But I have merch.
That's how all the big streamers get the money, isn't it?
Yeah, and just being gifted money.
I wish I was gifted
Well.
money. Do you guys want to gift me money out there? Don't have to.
No,
It's okay. It's all good. Don't. I never want to like pressure people into donating or anything. Just enjoy the streams. And hit the follow button at the very least, because 421 followers, we are getting quite close to that 500 mark. I'd love to hit 500 this year. Give us merch. I'll work on it. Alright, I think I am going to call it there. Thank you very much to the two gentlemen that have joined me this entire season, Naptic and Tyler Craig. Sorry, Tyler, I didn't forget your name there. I'm sort of doing 3 things at once.
He's on the merch shop.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
getting the bath
Sleeping
water.
it.
I'm getting the bath water ready for Slurpee. Oh no. What are you gonna do with that water, Slurpee? What are you gonna do with it? Oh yeah, don't forget the burb.
There's good money in feet pics, so yeah, get a wee signed foot pic.
God, do you want
It's
to
a-
see my
it's a new
OnlyFans?
card.
I don't think you want to see my OnlyFans. Come on. I don't have
That'll
an
pay for a
OnlyFans.
new GPU, mate. That'll be all right.
Yeah.
Imagine what you get for 2 feet.
Let's not dig. Let's not pull that thread there.
I would like a Go Race whiskey glass, if you're shot glass, if you're
Ooh. Give me ideas
If you-
for merch.
if you're into itching some glass.
Glass works, yeah. Could try something. Yeah, I'll have to include the Go Race burb, shouldn't I? In any merch? How the hell am I going to do that?
Take a
Doesn't matter.
photo of him and smash it onto a shirt.
Yep.
Done.
Good enough. Ask why you aren't following. Alright then, well let's let's wrap it up there. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, everyone out there in chat. Congratulations to our winners in both the races and the championships. We will see you in the next season, and we will see you on the next stream. Until then, take care, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See you later.